So you're probably told that you need to do everything in your power, right, and put as much effort into marketing yourself, into getting your name out there, into ensuring that the neighborhood that you're operating in, your farming area, knows as much about you and as many people know about you as possible. Start as many conversations as possible. In this way, you're able to market yourself in the correct way. In this way, you're able to generate leads and ultimately sign clients. Right? And the truth is, that is correct. But you were missing a couple of things, right? And I've started to notice that with most top real estate agents and just businesses, right, and people that understand marketing well, they understand these three, right, important and vital things that they consider when they want to market themselves, when they want to get more attention onto themselves, when they want to advertise themselves, so they can present their service, their unique solution, their product, whatever, and after that they can sign clients, right, and close deals. So in today's video, that's exactly what I'm going to be going over, and let's get straight into the video. Right. So the first thing you need, and the first thing that's important that you need to think about, right, is perception. When you're marketing yourself, you need to think about perception, the way people perceive you. Perception is reality, guys. Like, what people perceive is what they think is real, what they think is reality, what they think is reality. So if they perceive you as, let's say, a salesman, right, someone that's just trying to make some money with them, someone that doesn't really care about them, even though that might not be the case, then that's what they're gonna think is real. If they perceive you as a top real estate agent, and maybe you're not even a top real estate agent, you've only been a real estate agent for, let's say, like 8 months, then that's what they're gonna think is real, simply because the way you position yourself for them to perceive you in a certain way, right? So when people perceive you as an expert and an authority, as valuable, as in demand, right, as trustworthy, or just a likable person, a person that's going to help them, a person that's going to provide as much value as possible, right, then that's what they think is real. They are way more likely to choose you as their agent because they think that's real, right? They think that's what you actually are when they perceive you as that, as such, right? So when someone gets to know about you, like when you market yourself, marketing is just simply getting more people to know about your stuff, or getting people to know about your stuff. So when you get people to know about your stuff, you need to make sure that you control and you dictate the way that they are going to perceive you, if that makes sense. So you want to control that as much as possible and control it into the right direction, into the direction of as valuable, as an expert, as an authority, someone that's going to help me, as someone that's in demand, right? As someone that everyone kind of like gravitates towards in terms of real estate agent and property and real estate services. So you have two options, right? You have to choose which way should they perceive you. The first option is should they perceive you as a go-to agent, as a trusted advisor when it comes to all things property and real estate, right? As the agent that most people want to work with, right? So you're in demand, right? Most people are working with you, so that means that you are doing something right, and you're actually a really good real estate agent, and you actually provide value, right? As the agent that just comes across as an individual that genuinely wants to help you, or genuinely want to help like a client and a person like with their property and real estate needs, with helping them sell a home and helping them buy or dream home, right? As a person that cares about them and genuinely wants to help them, not just want to make some money with them, right? And genuinely cares about helping them and has their best interest at heart, right? And a person that can genuinely help them get from their current state to their desired state. So that's the first option. The second option is you could be perceived as a salesman. No one really likes a salesman, right? You could be perceived as someone that's trying to make some money with them as a salesman, right? Someone that's just trying to get some commission off them. You could be perceived as someone that's like too aggressive and pushy. Someone that doesn't really care about them too much. Someone that's just really doesn't provide value, right? Someone that's aggressive, someone that's too sales. Don't be perceived as that, right? Be perceived the first option, which is as an expert and authority, a trusted advisor, someone that genuinely wants to help, and someone that genuinely cares and is a genuine expert and most people want to work with. Alright. The best way to get the most positive perception when you're marketing yourself, when you're getting more people to know about yourself, when you're putting yourself out there, is to first of all attract the client, right? So attract the client, make the client come to you, right? Because attracting is always better than and chasing the client, because that perception of when you chase might not be the greatest. It might be of a salesman, or might be someone that's too pushy and too salesy and too aggressive, right? And secondly, you want to provide the prospect as much value as possible. Right? So these two things, when you do these two things, right, your perception goes in the right direction, into the good direction, right, into the perception that you want, right, into the way that you want them to perceive you, which is an expert and someone that provides value. So when you attract, they see you as an expert and authority, and when you provide value, they see you as an expert and authority again, and they see that you genuine to help them and that you care about them, right? And you have their best interest at heart, right? Even though when they perceive you in that wrong way, and you're not actually, like, let's say you chase them and you didn't actually necessarily provide value, that doesn't mean that you don't have that. It just means that they will perceive you as that, and perception is reality. What people would think is real. So just make them perceive you in the right way, so you can detect it by attracting, right, and by providing as much value as possible, solving as many problems as possible, and just alleviating as much of their pain when it comes to real estate and property, the unanswered questions, all that stuff. Just start speaking to that and addressing that. Right, so the second thing I've seen with these amazing marketers and top real estate agents is that they understand that facts tell, but then stories sell. Facts tell, but stories sell. So I've seen many agents do this all the time, right? They might post something on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, whatever, and it might be like just sold or just listed or under offer, but like you're not telling a story. Like, facts are cool and that's important, right? But like no one really cares about facts. People like to have connections and emotional connections, and what kind of breeds that is stories. People connect with stories way more, right? So you tell the story of, let's say you just listed someone's home and that person had major doubts about working with you. They've been burned by a previous agent that they were very skeptical, and tell the story of how you will be able to get them to come to the conclusion of wanting to work with you, and where, like, what's happening with them. Are they relocating? Are they downsizing? Like, obviously get their permission, right, and respect their privacy, but like tell a story a little bit. Don't just say just list and just so. First of all, all the agents are doing that, so you don't stand out in any way. And second of all, like, it's boring. It's kind of boring. Like, it's just facts. Facts are cool, they're important, right? But put those facts behind a story. And those stories also, it makes you unique as well. When you tell stories, it makes you unique, and other people can't really steal the stories that you've had with some clients, or not steal, but like replicate it. They can't replicate the stories that you've had with some. So you differentiate yourself in an amazing way, right? Because one agent, the client that you worked with that had a specific situation might be different to another agent that they worked with, but then it might be the same thing when you guys post this thing on Instagram as just sold or just listed or under offer. Like, it's the same thing. There's no uniqueness. People are drawn to uniqueness. People are drawn to something that's different to the status quo and different to the norm. Right? So just start doing that. Literally, most agents aren't doing it, and facts tell and stories tell. So when you do this, like, you start to become you differentiate yourself, and you start to become seen as unique. And this also, it leads to the first point, which is they start perceiving you as different as well, which is the different agent, an agent that's doing something different, an agent that we can connect with, we can resonate with, right? And you'll be seen as perceived as an agent that's not easily interchangeable, that's not seen as a commodity, right? Because you're doing something different. You're coming across as different. You're putting yourself in a position so they can perceive you as different, as not a commodity. So it's kind of linked to each other. Right? So now, like, you won't be seen as a commodity. You won't be seen as like the same as all the other agents, doing the same thing, speaking the same way, saying all the same stuff as all the other agents. When you start telling stories, right? So start telling stories about stuff that's happening in your real estate career, right? In your real estate journey, right? Stuff that's happening on a day-to-day basis with clients, right? And this can also help you sell, right? Because they will see that, okay, if you're helping clients in this way, then they're probably almost likely also going to get that type of service, right? The third thing, as I've just tapped into a little bit, is uniqueness. So being unique as possible, being seen as not the same as everyone else, like having a unique selling point, like having a unique value proposition, having all this stuff helps you with your marketing immensely, right? Because when people get to know about all the other real estate agents, when they have marketed themselves, right? And when they get to know about you, it's different perceptions. It all goes back to perceptions as well, guys. Because they have different perceptions of you and them, right? It might be they're providing value, they're good, right? But if you just tweak it a little bit, if you just change something, that you actually provide them with like material that can help them. You actually tell stories about, like, let's say if you helped a client, let's say sell their home, it's under offer. Like, what does that mean? Like, how long did it take to get offers in for the listing? Like, all that stuff. Start telling stories about that. Just start finding ways, right, to become unique. And literally, the best way to kind of do that is just to, when everyone zigs to the right, you want to zig to the left. When everyone's doing a certain thing, you just want to kind of go opposite way, kind of thing. So just to recap, right? You need to have uniqueness, right? And also, a personal brand helps with this immensely. You need to build a personal brand. Personal brand is the ultimate form of uniqueness, the most unique form of uniqueness you will ever find, literally, because it's you. It's literally you. So like, tap into that like so much and just be yourself, right? Because no one else can actually be like you. Even if they try to, they won't be like you to the extent that you are you. If that makes, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but like, yeah. So you can do this at scale, like you can be yourself at scale, you can be unique at scale with a personal brand, because you post content and lots of people can see it, lots of people can build a relationship with you, lots of people can perceive you as different, right, as unique. Lots of people can perceive you as not a commodity, as not interchangeable, right, and lots of people can see your stories, right, which also puts you as unique, right? So they all kind of link into each other, right? So build a personal brand, and also you're able to educate people, right, through your personal brand. Inform people about all things property and real estate. Example, importance of pricing their home, right, or hidden costs or costs that they didn't know when it comes to buying or selling a house, right? All this type of stuff. Start educating your market. You can do that scale through a personal brand, and also helps you stand out from everyone else, and helps you with the perception of they're actually trying to help me because I'm providing me all this value, even before I'm one of their clients, or even when I'm not one of their clients. Like, you're still providing me all this value, you're still educating me, you're still informing me as much as possible, which creates a good perception, right? And that will both work for you when they are ready, when they want to refer you to someone else. Like when someone else is thinking that they need to sell soon, then they can, someone else can refer you to them, kind of thing, without even you working with them, which is crazy. Like, they'll just see your content, see the value you're providing, right, and the perception they have of you, and then they'll just refer you to someone else, right, and then they can check out your content, and you guys can close the deal from that, literally. Alright, so just to recap, the 3 things you need to focus on when you're marketing is, right, perception. So they take the way that people are gonna see you by attracting and then providing as much value as possible. Second thing is facts tell and stories sell. So start telling stories, right, with everything that's going on in your real estate business, right, and how you're helping agents, etc. Not helping agents, how you're helping other people, right. And the third thing is you want to be unique as possible. You want to zig left when everyone zigs to the right. You don't want to be seen as everyone else. You want to be seen in a different light, in a different box, right? So start doing that by building a personal brand. Initially, it's the most unique selling point and unique value proposition you'll ever have, but then providing as much value as possible. And all these 3 link into each other as well, in a way, right? So if you guys found value from this, right, definitely book a call below, right? If you want this system, right, and this 3 essential and important checklist or ways in which you want to market yourself, then definitely book a call below, right? We'll help you with this, we'll implement everything for you. And if not, join the WhatsApp group, and yeah, I'll see you guys in another video.